Good evening. This is the Elliott Wave daily update for the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ 100, being recorded on Wednesday, June 19th. I'm going to start here with the S&P, and I'm going to start on the 4-hour chart. My apologies for not making this update yesterday, but unfortunately, I have fallen into what they are calling rebound COVID. And so as you guys know, that I had picked up COVID about 10 days ago, and I went through the Paxlovid and I did all that, and then I tested negative, and then yesterday I tested positive. So here we are again. But it's supposed to be mild and be gone in a short period of time. In any case, let's take a look at the S&P. So starting here on the 4-hour chart, and again, we're in that minute fifth wave up. That remains the case. And within that, I believe we are in the minuet fifth wave up, and within that, the sub minuet fifth wave up. So I still believe, very close to finishing up minute wave 5 and then minor wave 3. And this window continues to point towards where I would look for a minor fourth wave correction to come back to. So again, I want to reiterate, not looking for a collapse here, not looking for a crash here. I'm only looking for a very short-term corrective wave down in the form of a minor fourth wave. So then we're going to go back up again, and we're going to move to all new time highs again. And so, et cetera, as I've discussed in the weekly update. So I'm going to open this up because we're going to take a look at Friday. We're up into this resistance zone that I think should eventually finish up what we're looking at in terms of this minor third wave. So finish all the components, get up inside this sub level, and then the sub level, then the minuet level, the minute level, etc. So we're starting to get up into this resistance zone. So we have 55.68 to 70 to 55.90 to 56.19 to 56.37. And then ultimately we have right up here 56.67. Now, could it do 100 points tomorrow and Friday? Well, yeah. Does this get extended out? That's the part I'm not really feeling that it's going to do that. I'm feeling more that we're going to get this conclusion, and it's building because of the anticipation of the expiration that is due on Friday, June the 21st. And as I've mentioned before, that remains a very, 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 very large, in the SPX alone. SPX is like over $1 trillion will settle. That's a very large amount of money to be settling. And then we have also, we go all the components that also have options that are going to be expiring, and they're going to settle. And so we got a lot of stock that's going to be settling, long and short. So I think how this is all going to play out is going to be determined or moved along by what trading may happen tomorrow and on Friday, the actual expiration day. So I think we can see a lot of adjustments coming. I think we have very large players who may come in and force a market in a certain direction because they're going to monetize a position. And you need to have a little bit of understanding on gamma flows and option flows to understand monetizing a position. But if they do that, then they're going to be releasing because they're going to get out of the position by monetizing it. And then they're going to make adjustments to their deltas and the gamma. And then we have another move. So there's a lot of things going to be happening on, but I'm hoping that the ultimate move will end up being a little bit more than we've been trading in what I term as a box. So it's been kind of rangy. We're getting up to newer highs, but it's rangy. It's not like it's just going and going and going and then sliding back down and whatever. It seems to be very range. New highs, but rangy. Now, again, 4-hour chart. So let's bring it down to the hourly so we can start looking at some of what this all inside this looks. So we're just looking from here. So I'm going to open this up. So we got the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and we're inside the 5 and 1, 2, and then see, we could get up to there. So it gets a little bit interesting in terms of, is it 1, 2, and then we're still in this 3, 4, 5, a 3, 4. It could be. It could be. So we get a little bit of irregular. There's all kinds of things that have been going on up here. So we cannot rule out that we kind of slide back down, maybe towards this the hourly 50, which is at 55.50 or 55.47, and then make another run. That's also a possibility. But ultimately, I think we get ourselves up into this zone. Now, again, this has basically been met. So in all honesty, I'm now going to take it off because it doesn't have an necessarily a point to make in terms, because it's the intermediate third wave. That's that yellow line. That's what that one is associated with. The intermediate third wave, which we know is not close to being finished here, because we're just finishing the minor third wave, coming down into minor fourth, going back up, and that then will complete that intermediate three. And just for your information, that next level is not even on my charts anymore. Yeah, it is. I just got to pull it down. It's up here. It's up here. So down and up and then back again. So we shall see. But let's concentrate on the minor third for right now. And what we're looking at is for the market to get up into this zone, up in here. Now, again, these are the two that are left for the sub minuet wave 5. These are for the, and that's taking it from there, and that might have to be adjusted. And we might have to adjust that down, which it pulls it in a little bit more. But I'm going to leave it right where it is for right now. Again, if this comes down to here, then I'll make that adjustment over, and it's going to change these levels. But as it stands for right now, we have 570 to 72 or 75. And I basically would say from 55.65 to 55.75. And then we have 55.90, 56.19. Again, those are the sub minuet, which is 618, 100, 1.618. Now, here we have for this line, we have 55.70. I think it's going to be exceeded. Unless this is like really going to just move like this is the small 4. And to be honest with you, I'm just going to go ahead and do that now. Let's activate, and I'm going to pull this down very slightly. I'm going to say right there, maybe. So it makes a very slight change to 55.70. Excuse me. Which is this 5, and then this 618, which it could. But then, again, not allowing for that move, but if we need to. So we have 55.70 more clean now, 55.89 and 55.68. Can the market really produce that additional 50-point rise? It can. It most certainly can. All in anticipation of this expiration. And then we have the ultimate up here, 56.37, and that would run up to 56.65 to 56.71. That could be all up in there. So these all remain active and not unrealistic. Ultimately now, I think we can get up, and then the intermediate wave 3 gets us up into here. So, but that's out. That's not this week or next week. That's after the minor fourth wave correction. Okay, so our moving averages are actually looking not so bad. They're pretty much intact. I'm going to run out to the daily. We can take a look there. And we can see all still very much in alignment to continue to go up without even a hint. No hint that it's like going to turn. Now, I'm not getting it yet. The slant or the vertical part of this is not as parabolic as one would think, but still pretty strong and all. So that keeps the rally mode in place. Let's go take a quick look at the NASDAQ. And same type of a picture. That's starting on the daily. I'm going to mark this because that's the area of the fourth wave that we're going to be looking for. And we're going to look for it right down into there. Oops. There you go. And I'm going to just leave it in that color, but it actually would be the minor when you know that that's the saddle brown color. All right. So the daily, let's bring it down to the 4-hour chart and take a look inside to what we got going on. Same deal. And these are classic Elliott third waves, folks. Look at this parabolic nature off of that wave 4, which was May 31st. It's just go, 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 go. And here is just going parabolic. And a lot of that, of course, is the continued rise in NVIDIA, the continued rise in Broadcom, the continued break higher in Apple. So that I feel that that's also going to continue to propel us higher and get us up into our zones. Let me bring it down to the hourly chart so we can look at that zone. And we're going to go here, and I am just going to pull this open. Now this, I already can tell you, I need to change that and put it over here because we had that lower low. So ABC. So it does make a little bit of a difference. So this actually would not make that much of a new high. In fact, it's right at that high. Can that complete it? It could, but I'm not looking necessarily for that. So let's just go over. We have some resistance at 20,271. And then we have 20,003, oh boy, 20,318, 319. And we also have 20,236, excuse me, 336. We have 20,360. So that's a good zone. Excuse me. But if they really continue to plow into those Mag 7 stocks and Broadcom, well, then we have the capability, the market's capability to go up 300 or 400, 500 points. It can, and it can do it in 2 days without a problem. Now, am I looking for that? Not necessarily. I'm just hoping it breaks out of the box trading that we've been stuck in. And box, what I mean is just goes up, it goes down, it goes up, just in a very tight range. Not real glorious to trade. Now, again, go over the resistance levels. So we have up to 20,360. That could complete this internal 5. And then that completes then the sub-minuet wave 5. And then that completes the minuet wave 5. And that then completes the minute wave 5. So that's all the 5s we're looking for to complete up here. So then moving along, we have after 20,360, we get a little bit of a gap. Then we have 20,420 and then 20,500. Now that's the moonshot. And here's the definite moonshot. And just have to go back and look at some of these other rallies to think, can the market really do it? That's 19,900, we'll call it. And this is 20,200. That's a lot. That's a lot. So can it do it again? It can. Moving averages, let's go back out and move to the daily and just take a look at what we got going on. Look at same deal. Even the 200 is now angling pretty strong for 200, angling higher. The 50 angling higher. And these just following and running with the market. So that all stays in place. So let's look at data-wise. What do we got coming out for the balance of this week? We have today we actually had a home builder conference, but I have no idea. And we have initial jobless claims tomorrow, U.S. current account, housing starts and building permits, and the Philly Fed, all at 8:30 a.m. So that's what we have coming out tomorrow. So again, we'll see. And that's what's going to be it for today. And our next update will be on Thursday, June the 20th.